Hi guys, it's Jessie Holton here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator for Australia, jessieholton.com. I am amidst the chaos of creating these cards for my January class, and I have my 2-year-old Ryan here in the background. I just thought that I would show you how I'm throwing these together, and they are really quick and simple and easy to put together. So I've got these mint macaron and lemon lime twist, and I've just punched these out with our little leaf punch. And so I've got here the silver glimmer paper that I've cut with the starburst punch. And the starburst is just a little bit wider than the 2-inch punch, so it does make a really nice backing on the 2-inch punch. But you can see I've just put a little bit of glue on the end of each of those little sticks, the bottom of the leaf, and then glued it on. And I've done it alternating, so one side has the mint on top and one side has the lemon lime twist on top. But you could do it whichever way you like, if you want to have the darker colour on the bottom or whatever, it's all good. So I thought that I would use just a little note. And the mint macaron. And I'm just going to ink up and then stamp off twice. Ryan's having a little tantrum in the background because the cat won't let him terrorise him. There you go, and that's just creating a little bit of a background contrast to show behind behind our little, what I normally do the sentiment on, but I'm actually going to put some butterflies on top of that. So just quickly do the other side. And I'm just doing the 2 sides and then the center, just so that I can make sure that it is actually centered, because I did one of these cards just before. I've got some purple versions, and I used the Hello Beautiful stamp, and you can see it just came up a little bit short there. I've covered it up with the leaves so it doesn't really show anyway, but you're probably better off and I'm probably better off in future doing the 2 sides and then the middle first, the middle last even. So there is a really cute trick that you can do with these leaves as well. If you fold them in the middle, they do actually come up looking a lot more realistic. So you can do that to your leaves if you want. That was a pretty terrible fold. You can also use like the scoring tool to do a little score right down the center. Anywho, so I've got a second silver glimmer paper here, and I'm just going to glue these on the back. I generally leave my leaves flat because I just like that more clean look with them. well, for my card making style anyway, I tend to go the route with the least fuss. And then the side I'm going to put the mint on top and lime twist underneath, and just try and do them about opposite of each other. Doesn't have to be perfect because they're leaves. And leaves in nature occur very imperfectly. They're never exactly symmetrical. Okay, so now I've got my 2 little cards here ready to go, and how sweet is that looking already? So I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back. And so I'm not actually putting a sentiment on the fronts of these cards, because I'm just leaving it as the background to make the sentiment. I have this piece ready to go. I was going to do some colouring. This is a stamp from a different stamp set that I was going to colour in. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Another unfinished project, UFO floating about my bedroom, my craft room. Stamp that one that side. Stamp that one that side. And this is Highland Heather. And how beautiful is this punch? So it just automatically fits perfectly. Now a little trick with punching these little butterflies out is, if you want to do the body on them, punch them out first and then stamp the body on afterwards, because it's really difficult to get that body lined up exactly with the little nooks that are on this punch. So that was another tip from my downline Dee. She's coming out with some great tips for using this stamp set. So yeah, just make sure that you stamp the body first and then punch it, and then you can stamp the little line exactly where it's meant to be. So I'm not even doing the lines on mine. I actually prefer them just plain and simple. I think they're beautiful just the way they are, and you know my low fuss attitude to getting these cards made. I just prefer that cleaner look. Oh, bit of thunder overhead. Thought it was looking a bit dark outside. It's been 31 degrees here today and 36 degrees yesterday. So we're kind of, you know, just it's been quite humid. We're aiming for a thunderstorm, I think. Now I've only used a little half dimensional on these little butterflies, and that works perfectly. You can use the little mini dimensionals as well. They fit really well. Actually, I'll use mini dimensionals on this one. You saw I used the normal size dimensionals on the other one, and they do fit. They fit fine within the wings. They're a little bit tight to get in there. A little bit too fussy for me. So let's go with the mini dimensionals instead. There we go. Done, done, done. And we'll stick that. Is that one already on? Yep. So I'm actually just going to stick this right over the top of that little butterfly that was already on the designer series paper, because I find it looks really busy if you add additional ones to it, but if you just stick the butterfly over the top of the existing butterflies, then you know it sort of just sits perfectly in that space, because that's where a butterfly was meant to be. Okay, that's it. Almost done. Going to add a couple little rhinestones. Whoops. And that is that done. How sweet and simple are these beautiful little cards. I absolutely love the prints that are in this paper, and it's really easy to match the colours that are in it. There's actually a lot of colours in this designer series paper, and Highland Heather is one of the colours, and so is Lemon Lime Twist. Mint Macaron is not one of the coordinating colours for this paper, but this paper has a lot of subtles in it, so you know it's easy to coordinate with any of the other subtles colours. So I was going to do some insides for you guys. So I've got one upright and one lengthways. One upright, one lengthways, and I'm going to stamp some more of the little purple butterflies. It's the rain, Ryan. It's raining quite heavily here now. Ryan's gone to investigate the window. And I'm going to use the thank you so very much. And mint macaron. Isn't that lovely? Just such pretty colours together, those two. And mint and Highland Heather. And here are the 4 cards together. So if you've received these as from being one of my January customers, thank you very much for shopping with me. And good luck in my customer draw. The January draw will be drawn on Friday, February the 1st, and it is for a piece of cake bundle. So good luck with that. Everyone who shops online with me in Australia during January, February or March and spends over $90 will go in the draw for the monthly draw bundle of some sort. And you'll also qualify for a free sale-a-bration product, which is what this paper, the designer series paper, is, botanical butterflies, and this butterfly came from that paper as well. So there are lots of other great things in the sale-a-brations catalogue. Definitely check them out. If you need a copy of the catalogues, please let me know, and thank you again for joining me for another crafting video.